Hello, welcome to FootyCon TV for the second time of asking. So, we had a little technical hitch coming online, but there we go. Obviously it's sorted now. So, but there we go. I'm Spox. Glad to have you here. Please make sure you're hitting the like, subscribing to the channel, subscribing to Daniel's channel as well. And we're going to get on with it, and we're going to discuss the SCR rules. Welcome in, Daniel. How are we, sir?
I'm good, Sparks. I'm currently freezing in the outhouse with like -2 degrees. So I've got my raw milk hot chocolate, just like Erling Haaland, ready for the stream.
Does it make you a robot that can score goals ridiculously on
I wish it did.
whim?
I wish it did.
A 10-year contract at 500 grand a week, that would do very nicely. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah. So, obviously we know that there's been some votes. There was question marks whether the vote over PSR and anchoring would actually happen. It has happened. Have you got the who voted for what with the anchoring one?
Yeah. So
who actually voted for the anchoring?
Let me have a look at this article. So it didn't say who voted for the anchoring.
Okay.
Anchoring was voted on first, but received only 7 votes in favour, with 12 against and 1 abstention.
I mean, it's a bit mad that you would even hold the vote because they kind of know this already.
Mm.
And I think the exit of Tim Lewis and Daniel Levy has kind of moved the barometer a little bit. Other clubs are were already in there. They'd already set their stalls out. But obviously with those kind of execs going, seems to have tipped the balance a bit. I was listening to Stefan Bornstein, whatever his name is, and I was kind of follow his stuff. He seems to be very clued up with things. So if for those that don't know, anchoring was basically where everybody is set at the same limit. So everybody's set. They can only spend up to 5 times what the lowest earner plus commercial rights, so prize money and commercial rights in the league can earn. So it's 5 times that. And
what was that more in line with UEFA rules?
No.
SCR.
What we're going to is more in line with UEFA.
I got you.
Which is why obviously the PFA and the Agents Association were basically threatening legal action because they saw it as a salary cap. It's going to encourage salary caps and such like, which you probably would. So that one is gone. That one's completely out of the water. PSR as well, where it was 105 million over the 3 years. That's the maximum you can lose. That is also dead. So who voted? Does it tell you who voted for PSR?
Yeah. So the clubs then voted on SCR, which passed 14-6, with Bournemouth, Brighton and Hove Albion, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Fulham and Leeds voting against, and SSR, which passed unanimously. A threshold of 14 of the 20 clubs voting in favour of a proposal is required to change Premier League rules.
Right. So they voted on keeping PSR basically. So it was a PSR. If you basically say no, you keep PSR. If you say yes, it's SCR, right?
Yeah, I got you.
So basically, I think that we'd have been in that keeping PSR, not necessarily doing the anchoring, but I think we probably want to keep PSR, and I believe Spurs were in the same boat. So
which kind of makes sense, right? Vinay being CEO of kind of both clubs at one point in their tenure. Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously a lot richer clubs now. Even Forest owner is loaded. He wants to be able to do what he wants. With the lower end, I'm not sure if it's really going to help that much because it's revenue based, player sales based, and prize money based, I believe. So you can now spend up to 85% of that revenue. But you can spend over that, but then you start getting in the realms of an amber alert and a red section. I don't know what the actual. I guess the amber is a fine and the red is points deductions, as they were trying to explain earlier on. But I don't really. I guess there's certain thresholds. If it's like 2 million over, it's an amber. If it's 5 million over, I think it seems very similar to the Formula One actually. So if it's like 2 million, then you kind of get a slap on the wrist. If you get up to 5, 10 million, whatever it is, then you're obviously dealt with a lot more harshly. So
yes, it says here actually. So costs assessed under SCR include player and head coach wages, agent fees, and the amortization or impairment when a club writes down a player's value in their books or transfer fees. And a continuation of the old PSR regime, costs related to women's teams and youth academies are included for SCR purposes. To allow for swift punishment, to avoid matters dragging over multiple seasons, as they have under PSR, clubs will undergo an SCR compliance test each March the 1st. If their squad cost is equal to or less than 85%, they'll be deemed compliant. If they exceed that level, they'll then be subject to an account confirmation test at the end of the season in June.
I guess this is one of your lot. So yeah, you can encourage him to like and subscribe my video. One more doesn't hurt, does it? But yeah, so obviously it's slightly different from the PSR. Obviously, it's going to allow the bigger clubs to spend more again. Because it's obviously on a percentage. So, as predicted, the red cartel thing has come out again. And you're like, well, okay. So City don't earn any money, and neither do Chelsea, right? So, they yeah, but I mean, Newcastle are the ones basically saying that we're the red cartel, aren't they? So it kind of doesn't matter with them, but it's like, well, I just don't really understand. It's like, well, you're trying to build your revenue, but the problem with having a specifically Newcastle, how do you branch out? If you're a club in London. If you're a club even in Birmingham, you've got a lot of surrounding area you can kind of tack into. You can do whatever. But if you're in Newcastle, how are you branching out? Because you go so far and you're in Scotland, aren't you? So, yeah. And then you've got the rivalry between Sunderland and yourselves. Well, they're not changing, are they? Anytime soon, they'll be disowned by whoever. So, yeah, I can understand that you're going to try and bring more people into Newcastle and stuff like that. I mean, fantastic for a night out. Are they going to move there? Wouldn't have probably thought so. But, with the rep that London gets right now, it's nobody's moving there either. But, there's plenty of surrounding areas. I live 60 miles away, and I travel to every game. So it's not hard to travel 60 miles. But it is some nights. I mean, it depends. It depends if you've lost. It's harder to come back, obviously, with the 60 miles. But you're not changing your team just because you lost a game and it's made it hard to do whatever. So obviously they've got to do other things to increase revenues, haven't they?
Yeah. Like what we saw with City, they invested heavily into the city of Manchester. They invested into the tram system. They bought a multi-complex. They bought a bunch of houses as well, so it all became part of like the City group. So the only way I can kind of see something like that happening for Newcastle is them kind of doing a similar thing,
Or a multi-purpose stadium, or
stadium, which United were kind of proposing for Old Trafford, right? So
yeah, but I think Newcastle are proposing that for Newcastle as well. So I think it's a site that's, well, it's basically rotating the stadium, I think. So it's kind of, the same land, it just rotates a bit. So I mean, anything to get out of the concrete jungle, eh? I mean, Jesus Christ, it's a bloody lethal going up there. How the hell they get away with sending people up there every week? I have no idea. And yeah, apparently it's on safety grounds that they have all the away fans at the back of it. Nobody should be at the back of that. It's a bloody death trap. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't experienced it just yet. But
oh, have you not been?
No. I'm going to my first ever away day against Villa, hopefully in a few weeks. So I've got a ticket for that match. But
yeah.
Fair
enough. You have to give us a shout if you're around. But yeah, I mean, I go to both home games, some away games as well. So it's yeah. People say it's really lucky, but it's it took a lot of hard work, and a lot of graft to get those away points. So I can actually go to the away games. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, overall, what are your first thoughts? I mean, obviously, it's quite deep of what the actual rulings mean. But what are your first thoughts? Do you think it's a good thing that we're changing the system or not?
I mean, like, let's see how it goes, really. If it means that clubs are less likely to kind of spend over their means, if it means that clubs are less likely to kind of go broke, like we did that many years ago, then why not? I think fans of the likes of Everton and Forest will look back to the points they got deducted under PSR and be absolutely livid over what happened there. So they might be absolutely in favour of this right now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you get the points deductions and whatever, I mean, we all know that there's certain ones that seem to be going on forever. I wonder if they were waiting for this to go through to basically not upset somebody else on the apple cart, that basically who are going to vote in a certain way, not going to feel appeasement and not going to, I don't know, basically get on the victim's side as they see it.
It's a good point, actually, because there were rumours that the financial punishments for said clubs was going to happen during this international break, but obviously it hasn't happened yet. So
we've had 3 international breaks and it hasn't happened in any of them. Yeah. So it was basically said, oh yeah, it's going to happen in the international break. Okay, we're not sure which one. We're still waiting. So I just wonder. I don't know anything, and I don't know if they're guilty. I don't know if I would assume, from my deduction of what's gone on, I would deduce that they're going to get away with everything. That's my deduction. I don't expect anything to happen at all. So maybe it will, maybe it won't, but that's just my opinion of that situation, to be honest.
Yeah. What I read before was that the main club in question, if they were to be found guilty of some of the charges, would have faced something like a 90-point deduction, which would have resulted potentially in one one season in the Championship, if that was to be the case. But that was before the case had started. The court case.
Do you think that they would do it like that though? Do you actually think that they would issue it all in one go, or do you think that they would do it over multiple seasons?
I think for the punishment to be kind of have the utmost impact in one season would probably be the biggest kind of deterrent.
See, I disagree. If you're basically on 90 points, half of that's what's 45, so you're at 23 points, for example. I mean, if they do it over multiple years, they'd have to do it a more round number, I suppose. But say they lost 20 points every season for 4 years, are they going to get Champions League football? Maybe, just about.
Maybe scraping. Maybe. I mean, to get Champions League football, you need 60 points plus.
Yeah, so 60 plus, and if you're on a 90 plus point season, you lose 20, that's 70. You know, I think that would hit harder, but again,
maybe
I just don't think that nothing.
I think for a club of that size and its reputation being kind of completely in tatters, you know, what one season not playing elite football at all could have a massive impact. But yeah,
but this goes back to like 2013, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, all right, it's going to harm the reputation, but should it have that reputation anyway if it's found guilty? Obviously, I'm not entirely convinced. Do you know what I mean? It's got ill-gotten gains and all that.
Yeah, for sure.
But there are a couple of clubs that are actually facing charges, and then we'll probably get a result of it on in 2052 or something.
At this rate,
it's just a bit mad. But I do wonder if that's why it's been delayed. It's just like, well, we need to get these things through, and we get this decision out of the way first. So maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but Jesus. I just find it mad, right? I actually find it mad that certain fan bases don't actually post about their own club. They post about our club all the time.
Else. Yeah, and Arsenal.
just seems to be about Arsenal all the time. And you're like, I just seriously, you know, I don't know if I just want to bin the app, you know, because it's just pointless.
That's why I've kind of semi-migrated over to Blue Sky.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the kind of appeal coverage of X though, does it? But yeah, if this is going in the bin, then not entirely sure how that's going to work.
It's draining. It's draining. I was saying this to always the other day, like that the negativity around the club just kind of makes you want to bury your head in the sand and just completely remove the app altogether. It's just so we draw a game and the world is collapsing. Both ops specifically.
How are you feeling after that now?
A bit more level-headed. I don't think we discussed the big Gabby injury.
No, we can go on that
and the impact that might have had. I think this week in particular will tell a lot about our kind of credentials and what may come May. I think it's a massive week in the season. Pep already with the mind games.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been doing that for weeks, to be honest. I don't really take any notice of that. And he's only doing it because he knows Arteta looks at the internet. He literally knows he's looking at the internet.
Yeah.
So
and he knows the Arsenal. Well, more importantly, he knows the Arsenal players are.
Yeah, exactly. So well, I mean, his players are as well, but you know, but it's just I don't mind the mind games. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you keep it respectful and whatever. And
Yeah,
he always seems to. So I have no problem with that whatsoever.
yeah.
I have to say, Pep does look better at himself because last season when he was kind of doing all his scratching and his whatever he was doing, he didn't look healthy, and nobody wants to see that. It doesn't matter who it is. Whether it's a manager of your club or manager of somebody else's, nobody wants to see that. I remember looking back at when Hodgson came in for his caretaker role, and then it was extended. And my
Palace.
God, yeah, Palace, yeah, and the Palace fans were a bit on his back, and he was like, "Well, I don't know what you want from me, just do my job, sort of thing." But he looked ill, man. He just looked ill. It just seemed to be getting to him. So, yeah, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, it's high stakes, and it's why Klopp essentially walked away from coaching entirely, or having a bit of a sabbatical. So,
yeah. Evening, Khalid. How are we, sir? Welcome in. Guys, if you're in the YouTube, please make sure you're hitting the like, the subscribe, and sharing the video. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, have you seen the Graham Potter basically getting rafters as well because he basically losing with Sweden, and it's like,
did he lose 4-1 or something?
I think it was 4-1. Yeah, well, in the end, yeah. And they're basically calling him the most clueless manager in the world, basically. So it's like, well, okay, but he's missing both his strikers, though. To be fair,
yeah.
not that they were scoring bin loads anyway when they were actually in there, but it was like, well,
his two best players, yeah.
They're
combined 200 million.
Yeah, exactly. They were kind of carrying them anyway, weren't they?
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel a bit sorry for him, but it's like, well, he's chosen his chalices, hasn't he? Really, and yeah, they've not really ended very well. So yeah, I don't know how long he's got left in his tenure over there as well. But yeah, back to the kind of the topic that we were on. Do you actually fear City now? Do you think that they're in a really good place, or what do you think?
I'll ask me the question tomorrow at 7 p.m.
No, that's why I'm asking you now. So you have to bin it, and
yeah, I think, like, again, this is Pep Guardiola. I said this on our channel earlier on this week. It's arguably the best coach in the world. We know they turn into an absolute juggernaut, a machine come January. I think if we can keep on doing our thing and we can keep results and keep players fit, we should be okay. But yeah, like, tomorrow is massive for them. Really, really huge. To go 1 point behind us and for us to
put the pressure on us, basically.
It puts the pressure on us, absolutely. And again, well, we spoke about it before in terms of the dynamics of the title race. City playing first, us playing as kind of the main event on Sunday evening. One thing it does do is it tests our emotional capacity to manage these big moments and these big matches. Yeah, if you look back to a couple of seasons ago, like, we were really, really close, and it was just literally one tiny slip up that cost us the title in that run in, as opposed to, you bottled the league, which has been a typical accusation against Arsenal. And similarly, like the season before, we simply weren't ready. Like, it was the youngest team in the league at that point.
Now I actually put the bottle in. Yeah, but 2 seasons ago, I think that was a bottle. I think the season before, I don't think we were ready, like you just said, and last season, I don't think we really challenged at all.
We didn't challenge at all. Yeah, exactly.
No,
Exactly.
so I don't think that was a proper title challenge on our part anyway. So
this whole narrative that Arsenal have won 3 leagues in a row, like it's complete nonsense.
It's just nonsense.
Even the season we got to 8-9 points. We took it to the last day of the season. It's not like we completely collapsed. And it would have taken literally just a Chris Wood chance at Nottingham Forest for them to draw, or Heung-min Son to score a goal and level it up, and we'll be sitting here. We won Prem under our belts. So
yeah, equally we could have beat Fulham, but yeah, we beat Fulham, we win the league. So you know, if you look at it that way as well. So I don't like to try and kind of excuse everything, because I just think that's not right. But yeah, I do think the bottler tag comes too easy to Arsenal. From rivals, I really do. I also think that you said there that that City are this juggernaut at the end of the season. Well, that's kind of proof is in the pudding, right? Because they're in transition themselves now. Granted, they've got the same manager, and they've got Haaland, right? And they have some players that have been
Rodri's
there
coming back. That I think is quite key. Like if he can come back to the levels that he was at a couple of seasons back, then I am truly worried. But
yeah, I agree with that. But I think they've learned how to play without Rodri. I think that they've. I don't think they actually play the same way as they did with Rodri, and everything went through him. He was relied on for absolutely everything. And now it's not really the case, because everybody has to find a different way. Things are more direct. Switches of play are a bit more prominent. So I'm not totally convinced that will make as massive an impact as everybody thinks. Purely because I think that our midfield is of that kind of level. I'm not saying that any of our players are on Rodgers' level. I'm saying collectively, I think our midfield is definitely comparable to City, if not, comfortably better. That's not to take anything away from their midfield. I just think it's kind of a bit more. It's newer to the actual Pep way, and I'm not convinced that he doesn't trim off at the end, like
in some ways Pep has kind of followed Arteta's lead in some ways in terms of trying to play more direct.
I don't think it's necessarily Arteta's lead. I think it's just the league's lead as a general that you basically have to do the more direct thing. I mean, Pep's been doing that for a little while anyway. Liverpool did that the whole last season. They didn't play through, through blocks. They played over the top of them. Yeah. So it was kind of they'd either press really high up and win the ball that way, or they kind of win it deep, and then Virgil plays it one way, Trent plays it another way, and it either goes Salah or it goes Diaz, and they were quick on the counter. So I think that had a lot to do with it. But I think that everybody's saying that City right now are this juggernaut, when everything like the last 3 years, for example, when Arsenal were doing things, every day was a challenge and every day was a test. Every day was this and every day was that. I think they're in that position now. And I'm not saying that we're nailed on for the league or anything like that. I'm just saying that we have more experience through the failures than they do, I think. Obviously, barring the big boys that have been there and stayed there. Obviously they got now KDB and Walker.
Stone's
Yeah.
fitness being questionable now as well. Yeah.
Khalid here says that Nico Gonzalez is very good. He's been very good for the last 3 or 4 games, 5 games.
Yeah, he started off a bit shaky, didn't he?
That.
Yeah.
And maybe he's working his way into the system. Maybe he's just in a purple patch. We know how these players go. So it could well just be a purple patch, and he's not getting the system at all. So, that has to be proven for me. Like when everybody was saying this has to be proven, this has to be proven, this has to be proven. For Arsenal, it's now on the other foot, in my opinion. Because even when we've recruited in the summer, only 2, maybe 3 of those players are actual starters. The rest fill out the squad. So yeah, I don't know what you think about that, but before we do that, it's just 23-24. We were the best. Everything went City's way, but we were the best team in the country. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we still couldn't beat West Ham. We couldn't beat. Villa beat us twice, I think, that season, didn't they?
So it was Villa twice, West Ham at home, Fulham double. Yeah. So what happened with that season was, well, Mikel discovered Havertz as a centre forward essentially in the second half, and what we had Super Kai between January to May, and he was just phenomenal for the entire 6 months, and it just changed our attack completely. It looked so fluid, and teams hadn't prepared or weren't ready for that. Obviously, they were kind of used to either Eddie Nketiah playing up front or Jesus. And that's another dynamic that we can kind of look forward to now as well, with some returning players coming back. Potentially, we heard in Arteta
the press conference. Have you heard the press conference?
Yeah,
today?
I did.
Absolutely no hints of anything. It's just literally stonewalled everything.
Who do you think's coming back, Sparks? Because
I actually think Martinelli's back. I think he'll be on the bench. I think I don't think there's anything wrong with Calafiori.
Yeah. I think Arteta's chucking it there.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with him at all.
I heard. So I listened to the Arscast earlier this week or last week, and James McNicholas kind of blog he kind of hinted that Martinelli might not be ready for this Sunday and could be ready for Bayern. But yeah, whether that actually proves to be correct or not. And then Hand of Arsenal tweeted out earlier in the week that Gyökeres might not be ready.
Yeah, but he's also put on a cryptic message earlier on today that basically said about Gyökeres, not Gyökeres, Jesus, and somebody else. I can't remember who it was now. But yeah,
maybe.
Who?
Madueke?
No, I think he had a relapse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, not a relapse. I just think that they got the dates wrong.
Yeah, because I heard rumors that he was meant to be ready for Sunderland, and then he got a bit of a setback. But then he might be ready for this Sunday. I think
it's been like that for everybody, though, hasn't it? It's kind of a bit of a wishy-washy. Might be ready here, might be ready there, could be ready to possibly ready.
I think Ødegaard will make the bench. I think it might only be Ødegaard based on what we've just heard and what we've said. And I think that they're not going to risk him from the outset. They're going to put him on the bench. Even still, 20 minutes of Ødegaard if we're chasing a game, or if we're drawing against Spurs, or we saw against Newcastle.
Yeah, so long as he doesn't fall on that shoulder.
Yeah, or stick his knee out and collide with.
I mean, that knee one was so innocuous on a kind of corner flag. It was there was just nothing to it.
I know.
And it was kind of only the adrenaline by all accounts that just kept him on the field.
The field, yeah. But,
I don't know. The thing is, it's got everybody guessing, hasn't it? And the thing is, why not?
It's super good for us. Like,
we don't know.
We're guessing. Spurs are guessing. Thomas Frank is guessing.
Exactly. He's not going to be able to prepare fully. Or he might be, predict a lineup and.
Again, I predict Mourinho will start up front.
Yeah.
And whether Martinelli comes off the bench, whether maybe not Gyökeres if he's not ready, but Odegaard comes off the bench like what I mentioned. That would be good. Likewise, I don't think anyone who's not ready will be risked because we've got some massive games coming up. In some ways, the kind of slower pace of Champions League football might suit some of the returning players better.
Yeah.
So I do wonder whether they may be targeting Wednesday for some of them.
Yeah, this is kind of why I think that Martinelli might be back, because obviously they would like to get him to play against Bayern. So we know his routine. He basically plays for 25 minutes in the game before if he's going to play that game. So if that's the signals were there that was happening, but everything has been so vague. I bloody love it. I just think it's really good. It's just like juggling everybody else. But you got Arsenal fans going, well, why can't you tell us? And I'm just like, why would you give the advantage away? Why would you? Exactly.
It's crazy that the club used to literally post like medical updates.
Yeah.
This player will be back in 3 weeks. This player will be back in 2 weeks. And it's like, okay, what benefit is that to the team? Like,
well, it's like the I don't know if you've seen the Cole Palmer thing today, that that he basically broke his toe or something like that, and you're like, so so what? And just like Rice played with a broken toe.
He did. He wasn't particularly good when he played with a broken toe.
I mean, him playing with a broken toe was still better than some.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I'm not entirely convinced that won't happen as well. So
it's a good point. It could be a bit of mind games from Maresca too.
I think they're all at it, aren't they? They're all from the same kind of ilk, the same camp, the same kind of training regimes and God knows what else, mind games and whatever. So it's
Pep acolytes.
Pep acolytes, yeah. I mean, how much kind of effect he has on them, I don't know exactly, but obviously if they're going to take one thing and they see him going out in the press going, Arsenal got easy and they're not going to drop points and stuff, then but I mean, as much as you say that's mind games on us, that's also mind games on his own players.
For sure.
So it's like, right, okay, you can't afford to basically just take your foot off the gas. You've got to keep going with it. And if he thinks that, are they as bionic as people think they are? I'm not 100% convinced. I'm not writing them off by any means, and I'm not arrogant enough to say they won't catch us, they won't do this, they won't do that and the other. But I just don't think that they're the force that they were of 2-3 years ago. And I don't know if you've seen that Hasselbank interview on the Overlap where he was going to the lad. I can't remember the guy's name now. But he's like, oh yeah, we've seen City do it before. We've seen this and that and the other. You haven't proved that you can do it. You do this and you do that and the other. Well, you didn't prove that you could win the Club World Cup, did you? But you did it. You didn't prove that you could win the Conference League, but you won the Conference League. So you prove it by doing it, right? So you can't just. There's a lot of these crappy narratives that just literally just go, well, you can't do it because you haven't done it before. Okay, so Arsenal have never won a league, right? It just baffles me. Of course, we've won a league before. We know how to win a league. I know Arteta doesn't know how to win a league because he's not done it before. But Jesus, it's just so boring now. Everybody has read the same headline, and they just kind of juggle a couple of words around so it's actually their own tagline. It's like, oh God, do you realise how boring you sound?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, that Obi Mikel podcast has got to be the worst podcast I've ever come across in my life. The guy that goes on it with him never challenges him on anything. It's like, I tell you what it's like. It's like an episode of Mic'd Up. It is literally like
it's Owen Howard Webb,
yeah,
with a nodding dog.
You can really speak. You can speak and say whatever you want. Oh, do you think that should be that? Drone for another 15 minutes. Well, I think that should be in the penalty. There's a bit of silence as well. A bit more. You're just like, Jesus, man. God, you're just trying to bombard things, but it's all hype. It's just whatever's the headline. And then, well, he proved it, didn't he? Because he went against his own headline. So 2 weeks ago, he was basically going on, Arsenal can't possibly win the league. They can't possibly be favourites. Can't possibly be this, that, and the other. So last week, he's changed it, and they must.
Yeah, they're the best team. They're the best squad by country mile. They have to win the league now. They have to win the league. Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest thing with the Gabriel injury for me is everybody's going, well, you can't use injuries because you've got the best squad. Okay. I'm not using the Gabriel injury as any excuse. I'm not using the fact we've got 6 attackers out as an excuse. I still expect to beat Spurs.
I agree.
I still expect to beat them because they're not in a great situation. If they had all their squad fit, and we've got the odd player out, then I can completely understand it.
Yeah. I was seeing some stats and seeing some data. Spurs have outperformed their XG, outperformed their stats. So really, they're comfortably like a mid-table side. We should be beating them. We should comfortably be beating them, but with or without Gabriel.
Have you seen the away records? Because everybody's banging on about the away records, right? You know, the Premier League away records.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, Spurs are the top of the away records, right?
Okay.
Though they're only top on goal difference, right?
Okay. Who's second?
Who do you think is second? Second again, ole.
Okay.
Are second, and
okay.
We're 5 goals behind them.
Okay.
And we've been to Old Trafford, St James's Park, Anfield, Sunderland,
Craven Cottage,
and there's one more. I can't remember the other one is now. Burnley, wasn't it?
Burnley away. Yeah.
So Burnley's easy. Craven Cottage was a
Tough
slip.
ground
It was a slip for us
last season.
Yeah. Obviously, being away to Sunderland, being away to Liverpool, obviously lost that. Being away to Man United, won that. Away to Newcastle, won that. And
Yeah. Without that Robbie deflected goal, we would literally be top of that league. So
yeah, we'd be top of that league.
yeah.
But so Tottenham have won 4 and drawn 1, right? So their draws against Brighton. They won v
They
Leeds.
came back from behind, for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they won v Leeds. They won v Everton. Won West Ham. And City's the only scalp, really.
Yeah. But before they had Donnarumma, and it was a James Trafford error, really, which
it was a howler, wasn't it? Really.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, Donnarumma's got howlers in him as well. But
yeah, he does. He does. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know how he's already made it to better than Raya is the best keeper in the league. You know, all this nonsense.
Well, he kind of helped win the Champions League with PSG last season, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. Like based on this league's form,
he has
to prove it in the Prem. He has to prove it in the Prem.
Yeah, we can't score goals apparently, and we've got 20 goals, and we're 3 behind Man City with the easier games they've played, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I really don't. I just don't see them as that kind of force, and but yeah, and otherwise, I'm not blaming the Gabriel. I don't know about yourself. I'm not blaming the Gabriel injury on Arteta or anything like that. I don't know why he was playing anyway. I think it was kind of obviously.
Yeah, I'm more annoyed at Brazil because he literally was training alone the night before because of squad management.
Yeah,
this is by all accounts a pointless friendly, albeit at his home club, his hometown, at the Emirates. But still, like if you know he's carrying something, if you know that
you just don't play him.
You don't play him for a pointless friendly.
Yeah.
By all accounts, if it was a World Cup qualifier, you can understand it. But it's like that old Arsene Wenger quote. When it comes to players going away on international duty, it's like someone hijacking your car, wrecking it, and then leaving it out for someone else to pick up the pieces.
I mean, how many times did that happen to Van Persie?
Yeah, exactly.
Literally go on international duty, come back with his glass ankle broken on the treatment table, and here we go again, same old scenario.
Yeah.
But did you see Rice talking about Mikel? I haven't seen that actually. I have seen
a clip.
It.
Yeah, there's a clip.
Yeah, I don't. What does it say?
In essence, he was like, "Don't judge Mikel now. Judge Mikel once it's all said and done, once it's all over, because he's going to win everything."
So when he retires, basically.
Yeah. And he said it was such bravado, which kind of backs up what a lot of the tacticos have been saying about Arteta, that he is an elite coach. And these narratives from the likes of TalkSport, and it's just complete nonsense. But yeah, like it was very heartening to see Rice talking about Mikel in that way. Because the one stick which opposition fans love to beat us with is like, well, he hasn't won the league yet, but the proof's in the pudding. He's still here. He hasn't gone away yet. So
yeah, and also that I read apparently that Rice has been looked at by Real Madrid, and everybody's going to leave and all this lot, and you're like, here we go again. You kind of get somewhere, and I understand it to a point. You kind of start to get to the point where the Real Madrids are looking at players. But where are Real Madrid putting Rice? Right now? I mean, obviously they have to drop players and whatever, but it's already, so rich, that squad. It's untrue. They need to de-bloat it, if that's even a word, rather than anything else, to be honest. So it's just a bit mad. I don't really something else just put in the works to try and unsettle.
Yeah, literally the same thing happened with even Liverpool. So the German press was blaming Mohamed Salah for
I've seen that one. Yeah, I watched another stream about it. You're like, what? So because he's not passing to him.
It's Salah's fault.
Didn't he do another one where he basically missed an open goal or something, and they basically said, "Oh yeah, he'd have another assist if he'd have scored the open goal." And you're like, yeah, but things happen, It's just not that simple, is it? But yeah, I mean, how do you see the next 2-3 games going, really? Because obviously we've got the Bayern Munich in place of in the middle of Spurs and Chelsea. Obviously, Spurs at home, Chelsea's away. How do you actually see them going?
I think we spoke about this before on the last stream before the international break. I think maybe I'm a little less confident now for Spurs in terms of keeping that clean sheet as I was before without Gabriel being there. I do still expect to beat them, maybe like a 2-1. With regards to Bayern, if we get the players back who are rumored to be coming back. Again, I predicted a draw before. I'm still sticking by that, like a 1-1 or a 2-2. But if we manage to get Gyökeres back, if we manage to get Madueke back, we're at home. I see no reason why we can't beat them. And similarly, like for Chelsea, like they're so temperamental as a team, so Jekyll and Hyde. Again, by this time next week, if all those players are back, again, I fully expect to beat Chelsea as well. In fact, even with Mikel Merino up top, I expect to beat Chelsea. And
what have you got for the Spurs game?
So I'm thinking a 2-1 now, without Big Gabby there. 2-1 to us.
Okay. And you were talking a draw for the Bayern game.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Bayern will be tough.
And I think that's fine anyway, because we've done, provided we don't implode in the other 3 games, we can afford a draw. We can afford a loss, even, to be fair. But obviously it's at home, so we should be aiming to at least get a point, if not winning the game. We've still got to play Inter away, Brugge away. Is that it?
Inter away, Brugge away.
Kyra is the last one, isn't it? The home one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is, isn't it? So Brugge away, Inter away, Bayern at home, Kyra at home.
Kyra Almaty.
Yeah. So that's right. It. There's 4 games, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we played 4.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that if you can get a draw out of both Bayern and Inter,
yeah, we're absolutely fine.
And then we get 2 wins out of the other 2, then happy days.
For sure. I mean, Club Brugge will be tough. Did they beat Villa? If I'm not mistaken.
Brugge, did they? I can't remember now.
Last season? Anyway, I might fabricate.
And didn't they? No, I was thinking of Karabag.
Karabag drew with Chelsea.
Drew with Chelsea, didn't they?
Yeah. I feel like Club Brugge got a big result, but against someone notable, but I just can't recall.
Beat Rangers.
It was Rangers. Okay.
Bayern beat them 4-0.
Okay.
3-3 with Barca.
Okay. That was
That's
the
one.
that was a notable result. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that Rangers was a playoff.
Mm.
So that's the 2 legs of playoffs. So they beat them. Is that right? They beat them 9-1 on aggregate.
Wow. Okay.
That's crazy.
All right. Okay. That's why I was thinking of Villa. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I knew they beat a British team.
But they beat Monaco, but Monaco aren't doing great.
Mm.
Atlanta beat them, Bayern beat them, and they drew with Barca. So they're it hasn't put. Well, it has, yeah. So they're 22nd in the league table.
Okay. Fair enough.
So not ideal.
I had a question for you, Spock. So, say Calafiori is out for the Sunday. Let's say Mikel was speaking the truth, and he's a doubt for Sunday. Who would you play both at centre half and left back? Considering Nkapie is there, Mosquera is there, Lewis Kelly's there, and Spurs have a kind of unique threat with Kudus. In fact, for me,
Kudus is out though, isn't he?
Is he out? Really?
Yeah. Well, he's on the injury list. I don't know whether he's recovered yet.
Fantastic news.
He's on the injury list. There's quite a few actually. I was looking at this earlier.
That's really good news because he's one player who I would be worried about. And if you think back to last year, he caused Lewis Kelly some trouble with the sending off versus West Ham.
Yeah. So these are potential knocks. So this is only on live score. So Ben Davies, Christian Romero, Kota Takai. That's cruciate ligament, so he ain't coming back. Ben Davies has got hamstring strain, so he ain't coming back. Romero's a knock, so he might be back. Kudus is a knock, so he might be back. Archie Gray's got a calf injury.
He's got a knock. Okay.
Basuma ankle injury. Kulusevski's got a knee injury.
Yeah, he's not
Dragoshin knee injury, ankle injury for Dominic Solanke, and James Maddison has got a cruciate ligament. So Maddison definitely not back. Ben Davies not back. Takai, I don't think gets near the first team anyway. Kudus could be back.
So yeah, what do you think?
So I think if you're saying Calafiori is out, I'm playing Nkapie at the centre back, and I'm playing Lewis Kelly left back. But I've got a feeling that there's nothing wrong with Calafiori, and I think that he will play the centre back, and Lewis Kelly will play the left back and do the inverting role, and they'll kind of swap positions if you like.
Yeah, I've got you.
So he will go on to his inversion, and Calafiori will basically essentially play left back, but not play left back, if you know what I mean. In his weird Maverick style, weird Italian Maverick style.
Yeah. I got you. Okay.
So yeah, that'd be my pick. But yeah, if
Mascara,
I think it's the wrong side. I don't think we need to do that.
I agree.
I think if we if one of Nkapie and Lewis Kelly or Lewis Kelly is not available, then yes, you could do that. But it's the wrong side. It didn't work with Kivior that much, and I don't think we need to do it.
Mm. There's another kind of narrative as well.
There is another move.
Go
on. Timber plays the left centre back,
or even left back.
He won't play the left back because obviously you got Lewis. Well, he could do if you got Nkapie in there.
Yeah.
So he could play there, and White could play right.
White could play right back. Yeah, that's another move.
So that's the other move.
Yeah.
So this is the other reason you don't obviously tell anybody what your cards are, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There was another narrative brewing, or there's another narrative brewing about Eze. So obviously he rejected Spurs.
Yeah.
So that kind of adds a little bit of spice to this match as well. Yeah. What do you think about like his temperament for this game? There were maybe some question marks as well before that Palace match, and he went and scored that cracker. Yeah.
I just think he's been asked to play a different way, to be honest. I don't think he's done anything groundbreaking for us, but he's had a couple of clutch moments, one of them against Palace. So I don't see he's done anything wrong. Has he elevated himself? No. Has he, done anything groundbreaking? No, I don't think he has. But firstly, he's in a new system. He'll never have played against a low block. Well, not say never, but very rarely played against a low block for Crystal Palace. He might have been in one, but not really facing one. So you can understand kind of having to adapt to being stifled a little bit. I also think that he was probably brought in as the left inside forwards, stroke 8, stroke, that it's not really clear where the position was, where it is, whether it's in place of the left 8 role or whether it's the winger role that just gets inside.
I think it's that winger role. I think Mikel's optimum kind of play here was to play how he's playing Trossard, have Eze there, and having Calafiori being at Maverick and just kind of causing absolute confusion. But really, as a kind of playing a similar role to what he was playing at Palace, coming as essentially a left 8 really, but coming in and dropping in that way.
But yeah, he's been forced to play that because Ødegaard's been out for 12 games, is it now? Yeah. So I think that obviously, he can't play in his actual position. He's kind of been played in his utility role, in his left 10, 8 to 10, whatever it is. It's very difficult to define, isn't it, sometimes, because, we don't necessarily play static positions. They're like flexible positions, but yeah, it's I always call it like the 8 to 10 role. He's kind of been put in there, but I think if Ødegaard was around more, I think he'd be more on the left wing, the inside forward, cut inside. That's the Trossard role, because that's what he does anyway. So I think he's there to take over or to facilitate what Trossard does.
Yeah, and if you think about Trossard's age, almost every season since he's joined us has been whispers about him moving or being unhappy or something like that. So yeah, you could definitely maybe see that sort of thing happening in the summer next year. Yeah. Hopefully by then we'll have Semenyo to have our two players for every position.
Yeah, well the Rodrigo rumours has kind of started again, so I
did see that.
Yeah. I mean, where do you stand on that? Do you think that we should still get Semenyo? Do you think we should get Rodrigo? If given a magic wand and you just kind of pick one, obviously it's realistic, but I mean, obviously if we don't know the parameters that we're kind of dealing with.
I absolutely love the fact that we're getting Gooners into the team and becoming full-fledged Gunners and full-fledged first-team players. The likes of Saliba being a boyhood Arsenal fan, the likes of Eza being a boyhood Arsenal fan, following his heart. And if the rumours are true about Semenyo being an Arsenal fan,
It's not a rumor. He just admitted it.
Okay, then perfect.
Yeah, he's nailed on. He basically said.
He said in an interview, right?
Every interview he does, basically, he says he's an Arsenal fan. His favourite stadium's the Emirates.
Emirates, yeah.
Not because he's done any results there, but it's his club sort of thing. So it's no secret whatsoever.
Yeah, again, that kind of has a big impact, I think, because you've got people who genuinely want to play for Arsenal Football Club, and I think it matters a lot to Mikel about getting players who want to be here and playing for the badge and playing for the shirt. So for me, it's Semenyo, and also just based on form as well. Like Rodrigo's kind of fallen off a little bit. Whether
I mean, you can't
favor with Alonso as well. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can't really use his form because
I know.
He doesn't really play that much. I kind of know that he spat his dummy out a little bit because he didn't want to play on the right side all the time. He wanted to play in his preferred position. He doesn't want to be a utility player. He wants to be first kind of pick, which I kind of understand. But then if you're going by the summer and then you hang your hat back on Real Madrid, it was like, well, if that's the case, why are you doing that? Why are you saying you just want to hang around? But it's like, well, I kind of get it. You're at Real Madrid. You don't really want to leave Real Madrid because you ain't coming back, are you?
Yeah.
But I wish he should. He showed the ambition to basically want to come. Want to be the man.
Yeah, be the main man somewhere. Yeah. What would you have Rodrigo over Semenyo at Arsenal? Or would you have it the other way around? What's your take?
To be honest with you, I'd still get Rodrigo purely because he's a winner. Purely because he's done it. He's got over the line. And as much as Semenyo is the guy right now, I don't know if he puts the fear into opposition players.
And he's a little bit younger as well, right? Rodrigo. I think Semenyo's 26 now. I believe
they're the same age, aren't they?
I'm
going to look it up.
I thought Semenyo was 26 and Rodrigo was 24, but have a look.
It might be.
So that's also a factor if you were to go the other way.
Yeah, he is 24.
Yeah. So that could maybe swing me more towards the Rodrigo camp, I guess, based on kind of longevity
on age. Yeah, I mean, obviously
age curves is a big thing.
Yeah, as well. I guess the other thing is whether they're cut out for the Premier League, because you kind of already know that Semenyo is.
Yeah, and that's kind of my other thing as well. Like buying from within the league, you don't have that adaptation period. We've seen successes for us before, like Trossard coming in, even Ben White signing him from Brighton. Eza as well. But buying Prem-proven players does seem to be a bit of a strategy and seems to have worked for United. A bit too early to call it, but the likes of Mbeumo doing quite well for them there as well. So yeah, that's kind of my other thinking. In that they're Prem ready, they're good to go.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, even though he's he's won the Champions League, he's won the league in Spain.
It does count for a lot, having that winner's mentality and having that experience and bringing that into the squad.
I mean, again, I get the whole
element. Someone's hungry; they really want to prove themselves. You know, you think back to like Jamie Vardy in 2016.
But you know, it's 25, Semenyo.
Okay. But, yeah. So yeah, give or take it. Yeah. Okay.
One thing I would say is, I don't know if it's not proven that Semenyo can step up to the level, right? But Rodrigo coming into the Premier League has a lot more to prove than Semenyo. If you know what I mean? Because he's an outcast from Real Madrid. He's kind of failed there. And he might have that little bit more drive to succeed.
To come and do it. Yeah, it's a good point.
Because Semenyo could just be, he's playing that way to get his move, and then he gets his move and it doesn't quite work out for whatever reason. That's the only thing that worries me, really.
It's a good point. Yeah, I'm. If you think back to some of the players we've signed before, you know, Alexis Sanchez coming in from Barca, wanting to prove that he's a man, doing it for us. In that same vein, and likewise as well, when PSG suddenly had all the mega stars, it not kind of clicking for them because there was no kind of main man for that side. And I think if we look back or think back to kind of Liverpool at the moment as well, you know, there was real emphasis from Slot at the beginning of the season to kind of have play build up through verts. Whereas that's not how they kind of operated last season. So there was that kind of tension there, I think.
I think there's a lot of being butthurt gone on. You know, Ekatike gone there, he done all right, and they're still by Isaac.
Weirdly enough, like rumors of some discontent there as well, like with Ekatike. You can understand it, like they're having great form and stuff, but
that was the whole point of him picking his shirt up and, you know, showing his name to the crowd and all that nonsense. It's like, support me, forget that idiot. But getting yourself sent off to make your point is not really the way.
And could have been the start of their decline because they lost.
It was funny though. You just literally just going, "Are you okay? What the hell are you doing, man? That is not the way to make your point." You know. Seriously, wait to the end of the game, take your shirt off and give it to a kid in the crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll do much more. Honestly, that'll do much more than getting sent off for showing your shirt off to the crowd.
against Southampton in the Carabao Cup, third round of the Carabao Cup.
The best one was that when they were comparing the goals that he'd scored and that Gyökeres has scored, they were using Community Shield goals as well as
cheeky, yeah.
So you're like, no, nowhere else does it actually happen where you're using goals from that competition. We're not even allowed to own the trophy, let alone
exactly.
let alone have the goals in it. But,
the Liverpool lads from my channel have got their heads in their hands right now.
What's that?
So the Liverpool lads from my channel have got their heads in their hands right now, just listening to us.
Yeah. They're probably not listening. They're probably not what I'm going to get. But I was just trying to see what other competitions that he'd scored in. So he's got three goals and 1 assist in the Prem, 1 goal in the Champions League, 1 goal in the League Cup, and 1 goal in the Community Shield.
And Gyökeres had how many?
I think he has 6 as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, so he had two against Atleti, 2 against Leeds, which was 4.
1 against Sunderland.
Not Sunderland, Burnley.
Oh, Burnley, yeah. So
yeah.
4 in the Prem. He's got 4. So it's the same, but he's got 4 in the Prem and 2 in the Champions League.
Yes, it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Although, no, because he's got 1 more because they were using the Community Shield one. So we ain't having that. Not having that crap. You can't have the Champions League one. I'm sorry. The Community Shield one.
Yeah. If Mikhail can't have his Community Shield trophies, then
no, absolutely not. No, it's definitely not happening. No, we're not conceding. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say. We're not conceding that one. And if you want to argue, then come on the stream and we'll have an argument. But you're not having it. Absolutely not having it. I refuse. But yeah, so you're expecting a 2-1 win. You're not expecting a clean sheet on. So you want me to have a heart attack tomorrow, Sunday, do you?
I'm sticking with my head, not my heart.
Yeah.
The heart is saying 2-0, man. The heart is saying 2-0.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Should we just run through and see if we can do some? We'll do some
predictions.
I am actually going to write them down because I never do that. And
let's do that.
And we can say I'm right, you're right, whatever.
Hopefully better than Dom's prediction about Forest being Bournemouth, right? The other week.
Yeah, he did say that, didn't he? And I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't with that as well. But just to go over another point actually, with the City play ahead of us for 3 other match days, and it's not until we play Villa, which is at 12:30 on a Saturday. Never really like those.
Right after Brentford in midweek on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's on a Wednesday. But again, I guess with the earlier kickoff, if there's any kind of saving grace, so we kick off at 7:30, and there's a 8:15 kickoff, and I can't go to them because I can't get back. It's just impossible, and it's just trash. So I think my Wolves game is going to be going because I can't do that.
You know what? They never ever think of the fans when it comes to decisions. Like honestly, like who really is going to be? Sorry to say it, but like for the neutral and screw the neutral here, but who would actually tune in to watch Arsenal kind of pummel Wolverhampton? Trish, who commented on the chat, is a Wolves fan. Maybe Trish will be watching that, but other than the few thousand Wolves fans who might be tuning in,
so 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. on a Saturday. So
even me, I live in North London. It will take me the match will finish about 10 o'clock. I'll get back around 10 past 11.
Yeah, so I'm looking about 1:15.
Yeah.
By the time I get home from that, so by the time I mess around with it, and you never hit a connection.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want my ticket, just go give us a shout.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going with people or whatever. So because you have a season ticket anyway, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, if you've got mates that
So I'm on my J's by myself.
Yeah.
But so for this Sunday, for example, my very wealthy benefactor uncle has got club seats, and he's demanded that I take my mum. He's a Spurs fan.
Wow.
every single season, without fail, she sits in club level, sitting there really quietly with her mouth covered, praying that something happens for Tottenham. Only to be bitterly disappointed.
Yeah, same crap, different day, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, but after the that Villa game, the run is quite easy, to be fair, or it should be. So we got Wolves there, we got Everton, and then Brighton.
Yeah. Everton at home.
Everton's away, Brighton's
away.
at home.
Yeah, that's it. Everton away. Yeah.
And then Villa at home. So Villa's quite the 2 games are quite close.
Yeah.
And then
they play them really soon to each other, and then after Christmas it's Liverpool on a Thursday night. Like, honestly,
God. Yeah.
It's like the 3rd of January or something like that.
Yeah, 8th of Jan.
Yeah, madness.
Right, yeah. So that's going to be fun, definitely.
Mm.
Right, we're on 12, aren't we? So Burnley, Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
I'm going to say. I'm going to change that. Let's see it. I put it the wrong way around. Yeah, I think 3-1.
Mm-hmm. Sounds right.
But I listened to a Chelsea guy earlier on, basically going, "Oh yeah, I fear Burnley more than I fear Arsenal and this, that, and the other."
What was it, John Obi Mikel?
No, I get what he was saying, because he was basically, he doesn't trust his own team and all that.
Yeah.
I get that. But then later on, he's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to batter Burnley, and then we're going to batter you, and then we're going to do this, that, and the other." And you're like, "What? See, you don't fear for Burnley then?"
Yeah. They the team are up and down, and the fans are up and down. That's the best way.
It's a bit crazy, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bournemouth, West Ham. I'm going to look at West Ham's Bournemouth.
Okay, I'm going to go 3-1 Bournemouth.
Bournemouth form, right? And this is what I want to look at, because West Ham have had a bit of a resurgence, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
After kind of, though, how they beat Newcastle, I have no idea, because Newcastle were just pony that day. But anyway, yeah, Bournemouth beat Fulham, drew with Palace. I think I called that, by the way. Was I on stream with you when I said that was the 3-3?
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Did
call that? I was well impressed.
Yeah. I was impressed until I realised that I didn't put any money on it. Like, you call things like that, you've got to put money on it. It's just not cricket if you don't. But there you go. They beat Forest, and then they lost to City, lost to Villa. Okay, so the 2 losses kind of expected, right? Though why they were playing that high line against City, I have no idea. West Ham, they lost to us, lost to Brentford, lost to Leeds, beat Newcastle, and beat Burnley. It's just a bit of an odd one.
Yeah, it's baffling.
So what are you going for with that? Sorry.
I said 3-1, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah, I said 3-1. I stick to that based on what you said. Let's go 3-2. Let's go 3-2 Bournemouth. I still think they beat them.
I'm struggling. I'm only struggling because against Newcastle and against Burnley, they scored 3 goals.
They turned up, yeah.
That's the only reason I'm struggling. I'm going to put it down for a draw. I'm going to put it for a 2-2 draw.
Oh, okay.
But that's just purely because they scored goals. Not for any other real reason.
I was trying to be clever for my fantasy team when they played Burnley when I knew Gyökeres was injured, and I put in Bowen. I was like, oh yeah, fantastic. West Ham have scored 3 goals. Let me look. Yeah, no goals or assists for Jared Bowen. Like, oh, great.
Oh God, yeah, same old. Yeah, yo. Oh yeah, there'll definitely be 2 goals in that. 0-0. Thanks for that. Yeah, well done. Brighton v Brentford at Amex.
I can see there being goals. I can see that being like a good 2-2.
Yeah, I'm going 2-2 as well.
Mm.
That was initially what I was thinking because both similar types of form as well.
Yeah.
Fulham, Sunderland.
Who's at home?
Craven Cottage.
Oh, tough one. I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna go 2-2. I was about to say 2-1 Fulham, but I'm gonna go 2-2.
I'm going 2-1 Sunderland.
Okay.
I'm going 2-1 Sunderland. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going 2-2, yeah?
I'm going 2-2. Yeah, I'm going 2-2.
Maybe I'm just overestimating it at Sunderland because they
did well against us. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's all that is.
And they did beat Chelsea, but
yeah, and that was at Stamford Bridge as well. So hopefully, hopefully Chelsea are basically doing a Spurs resurgence and working on their away form, and we being a Bridge. That would be very nice indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Liverpool v Forest at Anfield. This is actually harder to call than you think it should be. Bearing in mind that Liverpool lost to Chelsea, lost to United, lost to Brentford, beat Villa.
I know.
Lost to City.
And it is Forest under Deitch.
Forest under Deitch, yeah. They won a game in Europe as well under Deitch as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Are they actually unbeaten under Deitch?
I feel like they lost one match under Deitch, but I don't know. I have to check the results. I'm not sure.
Well, game week 9, they played Bournemouth and lost, but was he there then?
When did they sack Ange? It was against the Chelsea game, but what game was that? Was that game week 8?
That's 8, yeah.
Yeah, so they lost the Bournemouth match then. Yeah, under Deitch.
Well, yeah, but was game week 9 out before the internationals? Was that a caretaker manager?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm going to have a draw.
Wow. I hope you're right, because I would love for that rut to continue, because it makes for a very interesting and funny pod for the Liverpool boys next week.
Yeah, I'm going to have a draw and if a draw happens, I'm coming on your pod.
Please do. Please.
I mean, I'll come on it anytime anyway. But
yeah, absolutely, you are.
Just haven't been invited.
I'm adding you in, man. I'm adding you in.
I just need an invite.
I think they win 2-0. I think Liverpool win 2-0.
Liverpool win 2-0.
Yeah.
But you're hoping my result comes in, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're begging it. Wolves against Palace.
Who's home? Wolves.
Wolves at home.
2-1 Palace. Actually, no, sorry. 2-0 Palace.
Yeah, I think a 2-0 is more.
Yeah, I think they're gone. Wolves, even with Rob Edwards coming in. And I do like him. I think he's a good coach.
I think it's a good coach. I think it's a suicide move.
Yeah.
If I can use that word. I'm not using that word as whatever, as a bit of a veto. Yeah, I just think he's.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm talking about his career, not anything else.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Just covering that off before anything. I don't mean he's yeah, you know. But yeah, I just don't think he's and I'm going to go 3-0.
3-0 Palace. Okay.
3-0 Palace. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's doing his career any favors whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I think under normal conditions, if he'd have left like Borough and whatever, he'd kind of be welcomed back in with open arms and whatever. But I think he's that ship has sailed as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. Newcastle City.
You go first, Box. I'll say my piece.
I'm going for educated hopium. Right, I'm going 1-1.
I like that. I like it.
Yeah. So they did get beat by Villa. The other teams they played are relegation sides. Brentford, Everton, Bournemouth, and Liverpool.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I don't mean it, Liverpool fans. I don't mean it. I'm honestly. Oh dear, it's too easy. It was too tempting. Sorry. Oh dear. Right, where are you going? Where are you going?
You said educated hopium. So what? You're going Newcastle win?
No, I'm going for a 1-1.
Going for 1-1. Okay, I was thinking the same. I was thinking head and heart, both thinking a draw. I can see Voldemort getting a goal, and I can see Haaland getting a goal. It'll be a game of strikers.
My kind of thing is that they're not the strongest defensively. Although I think that Newcastle haven't been on the richest vein of form. I still think that they're missing Isak, even though Voldemort has done his thing a little bit. So yeah. I just think they might pick it up.
And it's Saturday night under the lights. The Geordies love a big team coming there.
They get up for it, don't they? So I mean,
it's a tough place to go.
Yeah, hopefully they're supporting their own team rather than supporting them wanting to put us down. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That goes on far too often for me.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well, it's true. It just seems to happen a lot. Just like, I want my team to lose because I don't want.
I don't want Arsenal to win the
league. Would save football, not have Arsenal winning it. Why? You need to be doing the best for your team, right? When it doesn't do anything else, then that's it, isn't it? But yeah, it's just bizarre. I just don't really understand it. But there we go. Leeds United, Aston Villa.
Leeds at home, right?
Leeds at home at Ellen Road, yeah.
So I played my wild card for my fantasy team, and I put in Emi Martinez and Emi Buendia into my squad. So I'm going to go 2-0 Aston Villa. I feel like they've turned a corner after their atrocious start.
Yeah, they definitely turned a corner. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any other result than a Villa win. Even on the form table, they've they've won 4 and lost 1, where Leeds United have won 1, lost 4. So it's where the intelligent money goes, anyway, isn't it?
For sure.
So I've gone 3-1. You're going 2-0.
I'm going 2-0 Villa.
Okay. We kind of discussed the Arsenal Tottenham game.
What's your prediction?
I'm going 2-0.
Okay. Yeah. I said 2-1, but I think I'll stick with that.
You're sticking with 2-1.
Mm.
Okay. And I reckon this would be a good game on a Monday night. Actually, it's very rare that there's a decent game on
watch.
Monday night.
Yeah, for sure.
Normally you end up with bloody Wolves and Everton or something silly like that. Yeah. Well, why would I even bother watching that? But I think the Man United Everton game, I think it'd be a good game.
Yeah, it'll be a good watch. It will be a good watch.
I think it will be an actual good game. I mean, Everton aren't in the greatest of form. And Man United are unbeaten in 5. Is it 6 now or 5?
Something like that, yeah.
So but it's definitely unbeaten in 5. I've got the 5 up now, but I don't know if it goes on further or if I can go further. Yeah, so I can't do that on here. So I can't see anything other than the Man United win, to be honest. I don't think it'd be comfortable, but
yeah, I agree. I'm going 2-1 Man United. Yeah, similarly, like I said, I play my wild card. I put in Cunha and in Mbeumo for my fantasy picks. Because one, Sesko's injured, so he's out for a month, which means Cunha has to play up top, and Mbeumo is in pretty decent form. So
yeah, they haven't got another striker anyway, have they?
No, I don't think so.
And before Sesko,
if you want to call him a striker,
no, he'd be off the bench maybe if he does do that.
But
he wouldn't start there.
Yeah.
But then I don't know who that means starting on the left. But
yeah, but he'd
probably play narrow, wouldn't he? Play narrow. 4-2-3-1.
Amram does seem to love Mason Mount.
Yeah, but that's whether he's dropped his sick note off.
Yeah.
Really. I'm going to go 3-1, I think, on that.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then what was your predictions for, let's cover Bayern and Chelsea?
The Bayern game, I think we should be trying to win, but I think we take a draw.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we end up with a draw.
You said 1-1 or 2-2 last time, didn't you?
Oh, probably a 1-1 with that. Yeah, but it could quite easily be 2-2. I mean, yeah, I think they were in the last, not the Champions League game gone, but the one before that, Bayern were 2-0 down and brought it back to 2-2. And in their league game, when we drew, they drew 2-2 as well. So, and they were 2-0 down.
Okay.
So they just didn't wake up.
I saw that, yeah. I did see that.
But
and then Chelsea for next week? Very early predictions.
I mean, obviously depends on getting players back, but I'm confident about it that we should go there and win.
Yeah.
Obviously it's not the easiest place to go, but we have a good record there. Certainly recently, I think it's 2018 since the last time they beat us. I know that they've got draws and everything, but it's that's the last time they beat us.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be comfortable. I think it'd be a 2-1 win, maybe. I don't think it'd be anything mad. I mean, I hope it's another mauling because it'll shut the internet up for a week. My player's better than your player. My player's better than this, and this player's better than that. And it's just like, oh, for the love of God, give it a rest, man.
In some ways, I'd love it if it's a really dirty 1-0 away victory off a set piece.
No, because then you're just gonna get you're lucky and all that. That's all you're gonna get all week long.
Just let them boil their own piss, man.
Yeah.
Just let them, man. I'll sit there and just laugh with 3 points in the bag.
I mean, that's fair enough. But yeah. Okay, well, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, unless you can think of anything else.
No. Just hopefully the results go as we call it, particularly for the City Newcastle match.
I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. I'm not really kind of hanging my heart on it. It's
I
control what we can control.
Yeah,
and let them worry about that.
The one thing from the title race, one thing that it's taught me from a couple of seasons ago was not to bother watching any of their matches, because you either end up getting your heart broken, or end up just turning the TV off in frustration.
Yeah, I think you can watch it, and then, but I just don't think the hate watch is really that. I think it has the adverse effects.
Yeah.
If you just watch it as a neutral and you're just going, well, it doesn't really matter, then I think that's probably the best way to watch them. And I also think that, pegging it, if the 3 occasions they play first, and those 3 occasions we actually bring the gap back to where it was the 3rd time, I think when we play Villa, I think it is, and we play first, I think we do that twice. If we do that, our job on those twice, I think it has more effect because
it demoralizes them.
Basically gone, we've tried to catch them up, they've got away. We tried to catch them up, they've got away. We tried to catch them up, they've got away. And now they're away.
Yeah.
Automatically.
You reminded me of last season with Liverpool Brentford. So I think Brentford were beating Liverpool. I think it was 2-0 or 2-1. I
vaguely remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
And then Darwin Núñez came and scored a couple of goals or something like that.
Yeah. I think it finished 3-2, didn't it? 3-2 or 4-2.
Something ridiculous. And then that same day, funnily enough, we played Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And we were leading, and we ended up drawing that match.
Yeah.
Psychologically, it does have.
It plays with your mind. So you basically,
100%.
But like I said, I just think if we can stabilize that, and they're going to put the pressure on, and we come out the other side of those games, I think that shows a lot of stature, shows a lot of mentality, and when it then flips, you've played 3 more games as well, so we're not on game week 11 anymore. We're on game week 15.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, from game week 12 to game week 15. So I think that has the adverse effect for them that they've caught, but they didn't make any ground up.
I fully agree, and you're going to be talking about champions elect potentially. I'm going to say it. You're going to be talking about champions elect if that outcome happens. And
I think the only time that really happens, and I don't know where the City game is, but I think that is going to be the
kind of
the point where that is kind of stepped on, because then if we do go to Etihad and we beat them at Etihad, I think it's quite late on, to be honest.
18th of April 2026, game week 33.
Yeah, so yeah.
I think the league, it could potentially be done by then. It's similar to what Liverpool did. If what you said kind of goes, Sparks, psychologically, they could be defeated. Let's see.
Yeah, let's hope. Yeah, exactly. But obviously, you know, if we're a reasonable, you know, kind of points tally in front of them, then we only need to draw that game anyway. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. You kind of just need to do better or the same than they do, isn't it?
For sure.
So yeah. Okay, Corky. Well, thanks for coming on, Daniel. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me on as well, Sparks. Always a pleasure.
Yeah. So guys, if you're in here, please make sure you're following, subscribing both channels. We'll make sure that if you put your channel in the comments, then everybody can follow up on your channel as well. So everybody can do subscribe and like the video from that point of view as well. That'd be much appreciated. We'll be live next week. Hopefully we like this. Not punching microphones, but you know, I probably can't do that again if I tried, but there you go. But there we go. So yeah, hopefully we get the points. In an ideal world, City drop some as well. So we shall see. But yeah, in the meantime, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the other side. Have a good one. Good night.
Good night.